get honey.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Got pounds of beef. Satisfy your Valentine with a foot long. A foot long? What's that supposed to mean? I saw another meme of a fast food restaurant. It was KFC. Instead of a full bowl, they misspelled it, so it said like full bowel for only like $17.99 or whatever a freaking fast food menu item costs nowadays. Hey, we're gonna raise the minimum wage, but that's not what we're talking about tonight. Tonight we're gonna talk about penis reduction surgery. Teen shrinks his dick for sex. That's right, a 17-year-old. Sort of had a medical condition. He had sort of like an elephant man penis. Surgeon said it looked like a football. And so he had the world's first penis reduction. I like to talk about all things penis on the show.
You need practice. I'm leaving floods of blood on your mattress. I'll leave the hole in your swollen backside rolling. Pulling off 3 holes just like bowling. Don't ask me what the price is, but it's more than your battery operated devices. And I come fully equipped with a temperature adjustment to heat up the tip. For demonstrations, watch me slammer. The lowest the sound of 30 pound like a jackhammer.
All right, world's first penis reduction surgery. The world's first. Congratulations on that one. World's first penis reduction surgery. Teenager requests operation after his manhood grew so large it stopped him having sex. Sexual relations. Oh, it doesn't look like my mic's plugged in. Hopefully we're hearing audio through the webcam tonight. Let me see if okay, yeah, okay, it looks like we're going through the webcam tonight. I just noticed that. Yeah. I'm also I'm not wearing pants for this report. I'm just wearing my boxers. I don't want to get too raised up. I mean, should I or should I not show that? I mean, I'll be frankly honest with you. I haven't really had to consider penis reduction surgery anytime before.
What's all you can't pop out? I'm planning you down until your eyeballs pop out. I'm not your
I mean, I still get the job done.
ordinary player. Because you're leaving a wheelchair there after I lay ya. Get a grip on your head, boy, and hold on to it. Or get sent right through it. Bite your nipples when I lick them. I get them when I stick them. I leave them looking like a rape victim. Any girl that steps to it. And when you started drinking beers, I'm hitting hookers by the dozen.
All right, yeah. It's great, Cool G. Thanks. 17-year-old complained his penis was too large. Stopped him from having sex. Oh, man. Who wants that? It measured 7 inches in length and had a circumference of 10 inches when flaccid. For you people that don't know what that means, that's the opposite of an erection. There's the flaccid penis. Despite the size, his penis did not grow when erect. His boner just became firmer. So it's still sort of the same 7-inch long, 10 inches around thing hanging there. Got a little bit firmer, but not really like erect. Surgeon said its girth was just massive. It was massive. Very massive. And was shaped like a rugby ball. Oh my God.
Picking your wetter because I fuck better than your husband.
Doctors didn't take post-op measurements, but said it was still generous. After the surgery, it was generous. These are just the highlights. A 17-year-old boy has undergone the world's first penis reduction surgery, surgeons claim. The American teen, go America, which big dicks, requested the surgery after his penis grew too large, restricting his ability to have sex or play competitive sports. Now, I know people in the comments are going to suggest otherwise, how great and awesome it would be, and you know, and how your 7 inches and your 10 inches around would be so great. The boys' surgeon were shocked when he came to them complaining of it, that his penis was too big. When flaccid, again, just hanging there. Okay, you have erect, and then you have flaccid. You know, you want to be erect in all the best situations. You do not want to be flaccid in those Lake Placid situations. Okay. Now, when flaccid, it measured almost 7 inches in length. It's pretty good size right there. And it had a circumference of 10 inches. Circumference is you have your radius, you have your diameter, and then you have your circumference, which is from point A on the diameter all the way around. 10 inches around his cock. Okay? The surgeon who surgeons described it as being shaped like an American football. Whoa. Now, I'm sure all you ladies and probably some of you dudes have this pictured in your mind. Well, here we go. Shock, NSFW, not safe for work. Graphic going up on the screen. It's on the dailymail.co.uk. This is news. It was posted on their website. I'm sure I have free reign and use to talk about this and show this. I mean, look, okay, she won't blend in. Kim Kardashian wears tiny camouflage skirt and jacket as she takes north to Kanye West's fashion show. That's Northwest. Okay, whatever, Northwest. Thank you. We'll have to wait and see if Kim and Kanye's son develops massive gigantic flaccid penis and needs surgery. There's the there's a X-ray picture of the young man's penis. See these red arrows pointing to his big penis. Now, it only got firmer. It didn't get erect upon erection. You know what I mean? It just sort of like probably grew a little bit bigger, but it's just shaped like it's like a potato. You know? And he came in and he asked the surgeon, "Can you make my penis smaller?" Okay? The teenager had suffered from several bouts of priapism. Now, priapism is an unwanted erection due to having a condition in which abnormally shaped blood cells block vessels in the penis, causing it to swell. It's a side effect of Viagra. Remember on the first episode of True Blood when homie, the young blonde guy, the sex addict guy, took too much too much of the vampire blood, and his dick got so hard that he had to go to the doctor. It was so hard for so long that he like rubbed off skin, trying to jerk off to, you know, like just get rid of it. Well, okay. I don't know why all that came to mind. Jesus, Harold. That was just a really graphic scene. First thing that came to mind when I said priapism. Now, these episodes had left his penis, the young 17-year-old man in the story, it had left his penis bloated and misshapen. His penis. basically, it got so hard so long that blood vessels made this football shape in his big hanging cock. Now, or his penis, excuse me. It's not a cock yet. He said he was unable to have sex or play competitive sport. Okay, here we go.
Giving your girl back spasms. Cause G-Rap has an orgasm after orgasm.
Now, he was unable to have sex or play competitive sport. He had difficulty wearing his pants due to his large and heavy phallus and was embarrassed by how visible it appeared underneath regular clothing. Now, on my way home from work today, a friend of mine, my friend who gave me a ride home, him and I were talking about the story that appeared in today's news about a man has world's first penis reduction surgery and teen shrinks his dick to have sex. I was like, what guy wouldn't want to walk around with like this big looking giant fucking thing in his pants where it's like obviously he's got a big giant dick, right? And he's like, yeah, but you know, I mean, maybe just the way, I mean, you don't want to walk around looking like you have a boner all the time. I mean, that could be offensive, right? And then I started thinking about it like that, like the way he said it. And I was like, yeah, I think you have a point there. When you say it like that, it makes sense. It's like, you don't want to walk into the dentist's office or a class or some kind of meeting or something with this, I mean, like offensively large bulge in your pants where it's just like, dude, are you really happy to be here? Oh, is that a potato in your pocket or are you just happy to see me? You know, it's like, I mean, look at this guy's dick on the x-ray again. It's like, hey, is that a football or a rugby ball in your pocket, or are you just really happy to see me? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what the doctors called it. That's what the doctor said. Doe's penis was so large it did not grow when he had erections. It merely became firmer. Again, his penis had inflated like a balloon, said Dr. Karian. It sounds like a man's dream. I wish my dick was that big. Oh, I got to go to the comments where guys are like, oh yeah, my dick can feed a family and or something like that, or it has its own feeding schedule or something. And one chick was like, oh, can you give the excess to my husband? Okay, well, I'm skipping ahead there. Oh yeah, we got to get to this picture. That's not the guy. File pic, stock photo of a young sad man. Can't have sex. Sounds like a man's dream. A tremendously inflated phallus, but unfortunately, although it was a generous length, its girth was just massive, especially around the middle. It looked like an American football. Dr. Karian and his team looked at the medical literature, but couldn't find any precedent for what to do. What the hell? Quote, Lord knows there's a global race on how to make it longer and thicker. There's a global race. There's a global race going on about how to make your dick bigger, longer, stronger with pills and all that other stuff. But, I mean, Lord knows there's a global race for that, but very little on how to make it smaller. In the end, they decided to embark on a surgical technique normally used to treat Peyronie's disease, which Bill Clinton had, a condition where scar tissue, according to Monica Lewinsky, a condition where scar tissue develops, and others that were, okay, a condition where scar tissue develops along the penis, causing it to bend slightly or more than slightly. A surgeon can deal with Peyronie's, and these surgeons sliced along an old circumcision scar. So, you know, a little bit below the head there where he was circumcised probably as a young baby, the 17-year-old man. That's where they sliced, and they unwrapped the skin of the penis. Oh, God. Just gotta... Oh, that really affected me. It's like seeing someone on TV getting kicked in the balls. after they unwrapped skin from the penis, they cut out 2 segments of tissue from either side. It was a bit like having 2 side tummy tucks. That's how we explained it to him, said Dr. Karian. The doctors were able to bypass the urethra, the tube which carries urine through the penis, if you didn't know, and all of the nerves that provide sensation. The teenager spent just 2 days in hospital before returning home, apparently ecstatic with his new penis. Yeah! Woo! New penis! Penis reduction surgery. So excited. Man.
You must be kidding. You gotta change the whole box spring. I ain't bullshitting. You can hit with his
Now we can have sex.
Cause I'ma bury a big one inside your private area. Woo! All hell is here, shush. With Gucci whack bushes inside the bush. Another homegirl flinches. But I got answers for all your little wenches.
Yeah.
The letter G is better when it comes to letter X. And I'ma talk like sex.
All right, so the young man in tonight's story was ecstatic. It's slightly longer and slightly thicker than the average male. But now it looks symmetrical, and the patient was very satisfied. The teen in tonight's story now has no problem having normal sex, or excuse me, normal erections, and has full sensation. Normal erections, full sensation. Good sex. It looks cosmetically appealing. And he said it was a life-changing event. He's all smiles. Yeah, I bet.
Some say that I'm nasty, plus hookers are mad because they can't outlast me.
Well, now the young man is having all kinds of sex. Or maybe he's going to wait a year, I don't know. But since the paper describing the surgery was published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine, Dr. Karian has only had one person approach him to request the same surgery. He said the second man seems to have a naturally large penis because there's nothing unusual in his medical history. He's just gifted. The other man seemed to have these reoccurring occasions of priapism, swelled up the center part of his cock. He couldn't achieve erection, just got firmer, but it just like kind of like grew massive. He sort of had like, kind of seems like an elephantation or elephantism of a penis. I mean, not like, man, I've seen people on the train that have it's like elephantism of like balls or something. I mean, or that's another crazy story about a guy who had like gigantic testicles. Yeah, but I mean, this guy's cock grew to be, you know, it was like 7 inches long, but like 10 inches around, looked like a football, and it didn't get like erect, like normally erect. It just sort of grew a little bit firmer, but it's still just sort of this kind of like semi-limp thing sort of hanging there, just giant. And it's like, you couldn't really, you know what I'm saying? And like, sounds like after the surgery, he's like all smiles, it says. I mean, that's a quote. He's all smiles. The second man had just a naturally large penis because there's nothing unusual in his medical history, so it doesn't seem like there's any real abnormality in that gentleman's case, whereas the first teenager had an obvious medical condition that needed treating. Performing surgery on someone who was completely healthy but having difficulties with the size of his penis is another matter, said Dr. Karian. And I'm sure they get lots of people in there that are like, what the hell can you do to make this bigger? I saw a documentary about a guy who traveled the globe in search of pills, surgery, and different methods of increasing the size of his penis after he was turned down, like a basketball game, like asking this chick to marry him. And she said, no, I can't marry you because your penis is too small. And he went on a worldwide mission. I don't know what the name of that. I can't remember the name of that documentary. It's something like Does Size Matter or something like that. But I mean, that movie ended with be happy with what you got. You know, be happy with what you got. There are controversial waters we're stepping in, the doctor added. Who is to judge what is a legitimate complaint and what isn't? You don't normally have men complaining about this kind of thing. These are very unique cases. That's right. Very unique case. And I'd like to close tonight's show by telling you of another very unique case about a man who had a 25-inch penis. Basically, his penis was just like really long, but it was big too. It was really big. I mean, he didn't have the same condition that the teenager in tonight's story had, but anyways, it was just so big that he wasn't having much sex either. Women just like they didn't like it. It was too long. It was too big. They complained, and he just, he tried. He talked to some doctors, but none of the doctors wanted to do anything. He was searching the globe for a doctor that would do something. Finally, a witch doctor out in the fucking swamps said, I can help. And he's like, doctor, witch doctor, it's like I have this 25-inch dick and like I just wish it was smaller. And the witch doctors were like, a voodoo witch doctor was like, out in the swampland, was like, here's what you got to do. You got to go down to the pond. You got to find the magic frog. And you have to ask the frog to marry you. Okay? And the guy was like, that's really weird. But, like, I've tried everything else, like pills, eating different foods, this and that. Nothing else worked. And so he goes down to the magic pond and he finds a frog and he asks the frog, will you marry me? And the frog says no. Poof. His dick shrinks 5 inches. He's like, oh my God. This is amazing. This crazy witch doctor, it actually worked. He woke up the next morning and his dick was 20 inches. So he's like, wow. Can't believe that worked. Now I have a 20-inch dick. It's still pretty ginormous. Probably still no chicks are going to have sex with this massive thing. It'll hurt, and they don't really like that. It's weird. It's awkward. I don't get full sensation. All that other stuff. Says, maybe I'll try it one more time. So he goes down to the pond again. He finds that frog again, and he asks the frog, frog, will you marry me? The frog says, no. Poof! His dick shrinks again. Another 5 inches. Now he's down to 15 inches. And he's like, this is almost pretty legitimate. 15 inches is pretty huge. It's pretty good. It's pretty gigantic. I've asked the frog to marry me twice. I lost 5 inches both times. Perhaps if I ask the frog to marry me one more time, I'll lose 5 more inches. I'll still have a 10-inch dick. I'll be in really good shape. Still pretty good circumference and all that other stuff. And that'll be like the perfect size to satisfy all women, get full satisfaction, maybe star in a couple of pornos, something like that. So he decides, okay, I'm going to do this one more time. So he goes down to the pond and he finds the magic frog and he asks the frog, frog, will you marry me? And the frog says, how many times do I have to tell you? No, no, no. And the moral of the story is be happy with what you have. Unless you have a weird football-shaped dick because of priapism and other medical conditions, in which case I suggest you get the first penis reduction in world history and be happy and satisfied with your new super bonus, super awesome, hot erection.
Girl, you ain't too small. Cause I turn your grip to one side fits all. Sitting for still
I hope you get lots of sex, young dude. He's only 17. And he's like, I'm 17, but I can't have sex. It's like, you should be having sex till you're like 18, 19. I mean, I don't want you to end up like 50 Shades of Grey or some shit. Problems and stuff.
I'm a twist after death miss. And when you piss, you'll see more stars than an astrologist. G-Rap is hot bloody, freaking horny, fucking corny. Come and jump on me. I'm not small at all, I won't put down a store. I'll drop the ass off the wall. Nuts and everything are well in shape. Only thing missing on my dick is a cake. Let's get together, honey, you never know what's next. And I'ma talk like sex. Where did that catch next? Where did that catch next? Where did that catch next?
I'm gonna break my chair. All right, everybody have a great night. If you like to press, TheMediaSpeaks.com.